Hello everyone, today I am going to start with a new series known as sessions, and I will be beginning the sessions with the chapter known as Python Revision Tour. This chapter is very important from the examination point of view, and in each session I will be discussing a particular area related to this particular unit. And in this session I am going to deal with the section on multiple choice questions from the chapter Python Revision Tour. So let's get started with the very first question, which says that in which you need to state whether the statement is true or false. So a statement will be given, you need to say whether it is a true statement or a false statement. So let's see what the statement says. In a Python program, if a break statement is given in a nested loop, it terminates the execution of all loops in one go. See, all of us know about the importance of break statement. What is the utility of break statement? Break statement is used in order to forcefully terminate a loop. But does it terminate all the loops? Nested loop means what? Nested loop means a loop which contains another loop in its body is known as nested loop. But break statement terminates only that very loop in which it is applied. It does not terminate the execution of all the loops in one go. So this statement is a true or a false statement. This is not a true statement, this is a false statement. Why this is a false statement? Because if a break statement is given in nested loop, it terminates the execution of the current loop. Only the current loop will be terminated. That is the loop within which the break statement is mentioned. It does not terminate all the loop. It terminates only the current loop within which the break statement is mentioned. But here it is mentioned that it terminates all the loops, which is a wrong statement. So the answer would be false in this case. Let's quickly move ahead to the next question, which is finding the output. So what will be the output of the following statement? This topic is from the operator precedence topic. This is a very important topic for your curriculum. So you are given an expression, arithmetic expression, in which there are various operators, and these operators are surrounded by various operands, and you need to predict the output. Since it is an MCQ based format, you will be given 4 options. You need to say which option is the correct. See students, for solving this type of questions, you need to know about a table known as the operator precedence table. It was already discussed in class 11. So in this table, the priority of the operators is from top to the bottom. That means an operator which is at a higher level in this table has a higher priority. And what do we mean by higher priority? Higher priority means we need to do it before the other operators. For example, if you have multiplication and exponentiation operator together, that means in the same expression, which one would you do first? You would do exponentiation first. Why? Because in this table, exponentiation operator occurs before the multiplication operator. So as you can see, all the operators and their descriptions are given here. So basically, which lines you need to remember? The first line, that is the first priority and the highest priority is of the parenthesis, that's the first bracket. The second priority is of the exponentiation. Next, this particular line is important, the arithmetic operators, multiplication, division, floor division and the remainder division all have the same priority. And next is this line. These 4 lines are the most important, others are rarely asked. Now what to do if you have more than one operators of the same priority in the same expressions? If there are more than one operators of the same priority in the same expression, what you will do, you will traverse the expression from the left, and while traversing from the left, whichever operator comes first, you will do the job of that one first. So let's quickly revise. The highest priority is of brackets. Second highest is of exponentiation, followed by this operators multiplication, division, floor division and remainder division, and at the end the priority is of plus and minus. Alright. So this has the highest priority and Boolean OR it has the lowest priority. This table is very important. Next we need to see operator associativity. Associativity means from where do we start solving these expressions? We need to start solving these expressions generally from left to the right. But there is an exception. Exception is in case of exponentiation operator. Let's see what the exception is. The associativity of exponentiation operator is from right to left, comma, if there are multiple exponentiation operators together. If multiple exponentiation operators are together, then you will need to solve it from the right to the left. Generally, we will solve from the left to the right, but in case of exponentiation operator, if there are multiple exponentiation operators, then you will solve it from right to the left, not from left to right. Now, after knowing these rules, let us try to find the output of this particular question. See, these are asked in pen and paper based questions, so you cannot use the computer for solving this. So let's do it. So this is the question. So here what you will see which operator has the highest priority. So at first if I see like among these operators, the exponentiation has the number 1 priority, and there are multiple exponentiation operators together. If there are multiple exponentiation operators together, you will solve from the right to the left. That means first you will not solve 2 to the power 2. At first you will solve 2 to the power 3. 2 into 3 means what? 2 cube. 2 cube means what? It amounts to 8. So this expression can be rewritten as 3 minus 2 into 8 plus 9 divided by 11. Now we have remaining minus, exponentiation, plus and division. Which has the highest priority now? Again the highest priority is of exponentiation itself. So let's do that first. So it will be 3 minus 2 into 8 means 2 to the power 8. 2 to the power 8 means what? 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. 16 into 2 is 32. 32 into 2 is 64. 64 into 2 is 128. 128 into 2 is 256. So the result of this will be 256 plus 9 divided by 11. Now we are left with minus, plus and divide. Which has the highest priority among this? The division has the highest priority among this. So let's solve it. 3 minus 256 plus 9, sorry, it's not 9, it's 99. 99 divided by 11, what will be the result of 99 divided by 11? It will be 9.0. Now we have minus and plus. So if I take you back to the table, you will find that plus and minus has the same priority. If two operators has the same priority, what we will do? We will traverse the expression from the left, and while traversing from the left, whichever symbol we get first, we will solve that one itself first. So among plus and minus, if I am traversing from the left, this is the left, this is the right, which expression I am getting first? I am getting 3 minus 256 at the very beginning. So what is the result of 3 minus 256? It will be minus 253, I suppose. Yeah, 253, 54, 56. Yeah, it's minus 253 plus what we have, plus 9.0. All right. Now we are left with only one expression with only two terms. So what will be the result of minus 253 plus 9? So it is minus 244.0. All right. So minus 244.0 should be the answer. So let's see if it is one of the options or not. So these are the options, and out of these options, after solving, which option did I find? I found option number C, and yes, option C is the correct answer. So in this way we need to solve this type of questions. In the board paper, definitely one question will be of this particular type. Let's move ahead to the next question, which is also regarding finding the output. What will be the output of the following statement? So a code is given and you need to find the output of this particular code, and some options are given. Out of these options we need to find out the correct option. So let's try to work it out. So this is the code. S equals to Python is fun. That's the first line. Okay, the string is stored in the variable s. Next line, what we have, L equals to s dot split. Now what is the work of the split function? Now split function divides a string into multiple parts based on what? Based on the white space characters, and the result is in the form of a list. So this string will be splitted into how many parts? It will be splitted into 3 parts. Why? Because once it will be splitted here, and the next time it will be splitted here. Because split, what it does, it divides a string into multiple parts based on white space characters. So the first element of the list, and the result is in the form of a list, it's Python. The second element would be is, and the third element would be what? The third element would be fun. All right, so that's the list here. After that, this particular list will be stored in which variable? It will be stored in the variable L. All right, then we have s new equals to, we have another string, just a symbol minus dot join. What join does? It joins a particular substring to a given string. So join L0. Now this particular list will have indexes. The first element, that is Python, will have the index 0, is will have the index 1, and fun will have the index 2. So minus dot join L0 means what? L0 means the value at the index 0, that is Python. So Python dot upper. What does upper function do? We already got this in the chapter string manipulation from class 11. Upper function will take everything in the uppercase. So it will change to something like this. All the characters will be in uppercase. Now here what we have? Comma. Since I have used join function, wherever there is comma, this particular substring will be joined. What is the substring? The substring is a dash or the minus symbol. After that, what we have? L1. L1 refers to the value at the index 1 of the list L. What is the value at the index 1? It is. So is any function used with this particular item? No function is used, so it will be as it is. After that, again we have a comma. So in place of comma, what will come? This particular substring, that is dash. After that, what we have? L2. L2 means the value at the index 2 of the list L. Dot capitalize. Now what it will do to the item at the index 2? It will capitalize the first character of that particular item. So typically it is FUN, F is small, but because of the uses of capitalize, F will be in capital, FUN. So this should be the answer. All right, so because of upper function, all the characters are in uppercase. Because of the join function, whatever substring is there, it has come in place of comma, and because of this capitalized, the first character of the element at the index 2 is being capitalized. All right, let's see if it is one of the options or not. Yes, it is one of the options. Which option it is? It is the option B. So is it the answer? Yes, it is the correct answer. Let's move ahead to the next question, which is, which of the following will delete key value pair for key read from a dictionary D1? So we have a dictionary D1. All of us know what dictionary is. It's in the Python basics from class 11. So in the dictionary D1, a key is there which is called red. Okay, and what we need to do, we need to delete the key value pair for the key red. Now which statement will be used for deleting? So do you remember we had a statement del, not delete. That means option 1 cannot be there. Now what was the syntax of del? The syntax was del followed by dictionary name, and then within the first bracket we need to specify what? We need to specify the key which is to be deleted. Okay, now let us see which option follows this syntax. Let's see the second one, del. Yes, it is matching. Dictionary name D1 is the dictionary name D1. Yes, it is matching. Followed by the third bracket, and within quotes we need to specify the key within the third bracket. So is it matching? Yes, it should be the answer. So let's see. The third option, no, third option is violating the syntax. After del there is a dot, and dot is not acceptable. So C cannot be the answer. In the option D also is wrong, because here also dot is there and the syntax is not as per the actual syntax. So remember, the syntax for deleting key is to value pair for dictionary is del space dictionary name, and within the third bracket we need to specify the key, which is done exactly in the option number B. So option B will be the correct answer for this particular question. Let's move ahead to the next question. Consider the statements given below and then choose the correct output from the given options. So a code is given and some output options are given. Out of these options we need to find out the correct option out of this. So let's try to work it out. Okay, so yeah, in the variable pride a string is there. The string says hashtag G20 space precedency. So since it is a string, each character of the string will have an index starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 9, D will have the index 10, E will have 11, N will have 12, C will have 13, and Y will have 14. If I consider the negative index, it's minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, and so on. It will go on like this. So basically each character of the string will have an index. Now which concept is used here? The concept used here is string slicing. Now what is it printing? Pride minus 2. So string slicing means displaying only a part of the entire string. Minus 2 means we will start displaying from the index minus 2. Now what is present in the index minus 2? This would be minus 1, this would be minus 2. So this is the character which will be starting to display. Alright. So it will go from, this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit, and this is the step value. Revise this topic, string slicing, if you are confused about this. Now basically this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit, and this is the step value. The third one is the step value. Now the string will start displaying from the lower limit till upper limit minus 1. Now let us see what the upper limit is. Upper limit is 2, that means 0, 1, 2. Yes, it will start displaying till 1 less than this upper limit. 1 less than the upper limit means it will start displaying till O and start displaying from C. And what is the step value? Step value is minus 2. Minus 2 means it will start moving in the backward direction starting from the index -2, and it will display every second character starting from the index -2. So displaying every second character means what? One character will be like left behind while moving to the next character. So which characters will be displayed? At first C will be displayed, then N will be skipped because the step value is -2, then E will be displayed, then D will be skipped, then I will be displayed, then S will be skipped, E will be displayed, R will be skipped, P will be displayed, space will be skipped, O will be displayed. But while displaying, it will be displayed like this: C E I E P 0, C E I E P 0. This should be the answer. So it will start displaying from the lower limit and display till upper limit -1. And if there is step value, you need to jump that many number of steps. If the step value is negative, you need to move in the backward direction. If the step value is positive, you need to move in the forward direction. So this should be the answer: C E I E P 0. Let's see if it is one of the options or not. Yeah, yes, it is one of the options. So option B will be the correct option for this particular question. So let's move ahead to the next question. Yeah, in this case the concept uses string slicing. So this is also a very important concept for your boards. So next is, which of the following statements would give an error during execution of the following code? So a code is given and some statements are given. Now 4 statements are there. Out of these 4 statements, you need to say which of the statements will give an error. So see, let's look at the statements one by one. So the first statement, what is done in the first statement? Simply a tuple is being created. So it's correct. In the second statement, what is being done? That particular tuple is being displayed. So it is correct. In the third statement, that is statement number 2, what is being done? In the index 3, in a TUP3 means the value at the index 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. What is the value at the index 3? 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 50. 50 plus 50. So what will be the answer for the second statement? It is 100. So this is also correct. There is nothing wrong in statement number 2. Then in the next line, that is statement number 3, what is being displayed? Print max TUP. Yes, max is a valid function and it is used in order to find out the maximum value out of this tuple. So which is the maximum value? 80 is the maximum value. So there is nothing wrong with this statement. Now statement 4 says TUP4 equals to 80. So what this statement intends to do? This statement is trying to assign the value 80 in the index 4. So index 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is trying to reassign actually 80 in the index 4. But you see, what is the data type of TUP? The data type of TUP is tuple. Here you need to know whether tuples are mutable or immutable, and we already know that tuples are immutable in nature. Immutable means once values are assigned to a tuple, you cannot change it in place. That means you cannot modify it. But what this particular statement or statement number 4 is trying to do? Statement number 4 is trying to modify its value. Even if with the same value, then also it cannot be done. Had it been list, this statement would have been correct. But since the data type is tuple, you cannot change its value. Alright, so the error is in which statement? The error is in statement number 4. So the correct option would be statement 4, and this is the correct answer. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, so the explanations here is that tuples are immutable, so value assignment is not possible. You should remember that Except list and dictionaries, all other data types that we know of are immutable. Integer, float, tuples and strings are immutable, and list and dictionaries are mutable. Alright, let's go to the next question, which is what possible output or outputs will be obtained when the following code is executed. A code is given and you need to find out which possible output, or if there is more than one outputs, will be obtained when you execute the following code. So let's try to work out on this code. So this is the code. So one question from random is a sure shot question. So make sure you learn everything about this random module from class 11 data handling chapter. So first line is import random. So this module will be imported. Next, my number equals to random.randint. What this function randint does, randint is used to generate random numbers in the range of lower limit to upper limit, and both values are included. So what will be the possible answers for this particular function randint? In this case, it would be 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so my number can take any of these values 0, 1, 2 and 3, but you cannot be sure which value will be taken, but these values are acceptable. After that, a list is created by the name color, and it has some elements like name of the colors. Now since this is a list, it will have indexes. The index of yellow is 0, index of white is 1, index of black is 2 and the index of red is 3. Now what is done in the next line? For I in range 1 comma my number, this part is very crucial, range 1 comma my number. Now my number can take any of these values. Now let's assume my number takes the value 0. Now if the range is 1 comma 0, range takes the value from lower limit to upper limit minus 1. But range cannot move in the backward direction. But here I am trying to go from 1 to 0, that is in the backward direction. So nothing will happen in this case if the my number value is 0. Alright. Next, in the next case, let's assume that my number takes the value as 1. Then what it will be? It will be range 1 comma 1. Now what will be the possible values in this range? Here also there are no values because range generates value in the range from lower limit to upper limit minus 1. Here lower limit is 1. Now 1 minus 1 is what? 0. So the values within the range lower limit to upper limit minus 1, this also does not make any sense. Alright. Now if range takes a value as 2, then it will be range 1 comma 2. Alright. So if the range is from 1 comma 2, what will be the possible values in this range? The possible value is 1. Okay. So I, this particular variable I will take the value 1 and it will come inside this loop. And what will be displayed? Color I means what? 1. Okay. So what is the value at the index 1? It will be what? White. End equals to star means the cursor will automatically not move to the next line. The cursor will be at that line only and display a star. After displaying the star, the cursor will move in the next line. Alright. So white star is one of the options, one of the possible scenarios. Next, let's say if my number takes the variable value 3, then what will be the value of range? Then range will be 1 comma 3. So if it is 1 comma 3, it will be 1 and 2. So value of I can be either 1 or 2. Now 1 means what? 1 means white and 2 means what? Black. So what can we understand from this? It can never take the index 3. So in the options, wherever there is red, because red has the index 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, it can simply be rejected. Okay, so this option cannot be true, and it also cannot take the value 0. Okay, because we have traced it, 0 means it cannot be yellow, so this option can also be rejected. Alright, so we are left with only two options, white star, black star. So can white star, black star come? Now what is the index of white star? It is 1. What is the index of black? It is 2. And yes, 1 and 2 are the possible values. So white star and black star can definitely come. But in which manner can it come? After displaying something, let's say my number is 3, so it will take the values 1 and 2, so it will display white star, white, and then a star will be displayed. After displaying the star, print, an empty print function is given. That means it will come, the cursor will come to the next line after displaying star. That means after displaying star, the cursor cannot stay in the same line. So after this displaying star, it has to come to the next line because of this empty print function. After that, the loop will reiterate, this time with the value of I as 2, and then it will be what? Black star, and then again the cursor will come to the next line. That means what we understand that after displaying a particular color and after that displaying the star, the cursor cannot stay in the same line because of this particular print function. So even though option number C, white star and black, it contains only white star and black star, we know that after displaying star, the cursor cannot stay in the same line. Therefore, option number C is also not correct. The correct option would be only option number B. Alright, now this option yellow and red we have eliminated at the beginning only. So A and D are gone. After that, we found that the formatting of option C is wrong. So we are left only with one option, that is option number B. So in these cases, you need to be very clear with the functions random, randint, and randrange. Only then you can do these type of problems along with the concept of list and also flow of control. Okay, so with this I'll end my today's session. I hope that this session was useful. Thank you very much.